Hello everybody, welcome back to Dead by Daylight. If you want a case study into what a abusive relationship looks like, it's me in this game. Since I purged it from my channel, said I wasn't going to come back to it, I decided to come back to it because there's been a vampire added now. Castlevania is in PTB stages. I'm a little bit late, obviously, because I was deciding whether I was going to do a video on this. But I'm here now, and we're just going to do it. We're going to provide the honest thoughts, because I'll just let you in straight away and say that I am critical of this game. You're going to hear things you probably won't hear from other content creators. You know, if you are coming into this freshly, you will not have to bear witness to the 300 and odd videos prior to this that I removed from the channel, which was just nothing but me being pissed off with my existence while playing this game. Because that's what it does to me. But we're going to try yet again, ladies and gentlemen, to begin a fresh era for this game on my channel. I'm going to try to enjoy it, you know. Haven't seen anything of this yet, so this is actually going to be initial reactions. We are going to go into not that, we're going to go into the store. Where is this man? There he is. So, okay, he's very dirty. Man needs to have a wash, but, you know, that's fine. As we go into this, just want to mention, I'm going to be critical, okay? There are going to be things I'm going to say that people who play this game will probably wince at, but I'm very zoned in on detail and animation finesse, so you can tell already that I'm probably not at home with this game. Because we'll just get it out in the air straight away. I consider this game to be very badly animated. The only good animations in it are actually the ones in the lobby, like this that you're seeing now, and the Mori animations. Everything else has been just complete disappointment for me. Coming from Evolve, as I'll say. I will post a wee little snippet at some point in this video of where my standards lie. Because it is context for what I'm about to say about certain things in this video, or what I assume I'm probably about to say. But anyway, we are going to have a look at this man. I don't know anything about Castlevania. However, this model is very clean. It is very nice. Not clean in the actual sense, because he does actually need a wash for some reason. He is very dirty. But yeah, I do like his appearance. He is very gothic. But as I say, I don't know anything about Castlevania, so I can't comment on the setting of Castlevania. The only thing I do know is it's apparently an anime, which is quite refreshing, to be honest, because we've actually got a character from an anime in the game, which is quite nice to see, to be honest. We will get onto his perks. Now, we're going to say the piece. I always say this with every new character that gets released. Just by basically from an observer standpoint with this game and how I've seen it and what I've seen by playing it as somebody who primarily sticks to playing killer. I'm going to make the prediction. These three perks will be absolutely useless and will never be seen outside of the PTB. And the survivor perks will probably have some sort of use and will probably be in instances in the meta, because this game these days, from what I can tell of it, as much as nobody wants to really comment on it, it exists to take the piss out of the killer, because you need to make the Twitch views and the Twitch money for your content, you know. So we're going to have a look. We will have a look at the power first. Power is Vampiric Shift. His dark power allows him to exact revenge on humans, taking many forms to terrorise and slaughter them. Special ability Shapeshift. The Dark Lord has access to 3 forms and can freely change between them. Right, there's a bit of Vecna again here with, you know, I'm assuming there's probably going to be some sort of menu in the actual game, you know, where you rotate through, that kind of thing. Because it's another thing with this game that does piss me off. They do recycle content a lot with this game. Every new killer that comes out is an amalgamation of the previous existing killers, and there's nothing really that intuitive, you know? Intuitive, I should say, or just doesn't make anything new, you know? Carry on. You can tell there's a bit of a rocky history, with me in this game, fellas. That will become apparent when I show you what Evolve is at some point in this video, or if I have already, you'll know at this point. The Dark Lord has access to 3 forms, yet can freely change between them. Each form has unique abilities and strengths, all of which I believe will be stopped by looping and pallets. Vampire form, which I assume is this. The Dark Lord can use the powerful Hellfire spell, which creates 7 pillars of flame that travel 7 meters and can be cast across low obstacles. Okay. So that is... who is that? Let me just think. It's kind of Huntress, because obviously it's a ranged attack in it. Who was the one... yeah, that's Pyramid Head, that, isn't it? 7 pillars of flame across 7 meters that can be cast across low obstacles. So it's... so I assume you can't use it through walls then. So it's a slightly worse Pyramid Head. What's it called? I don't know what the ability's called. The fucking... the barbed wire you shoot along the floor. Wolf form. Wow! It's only took us 9 years. We've finally got something that isn't a humanoid. Although that's a lie, actually, because we have got all these. But yeah, it's the first time I've been able to transform into things. Very annoyed that this didn't run on 4 legs when it was released. They instead just used, like, this weird flappy arm animation that just doesn't look good. But anyway, chill out, we're here for this killer. We are in the New Age. This was obviously from when the game was quite new, so... in wolf form, Dark Lord has access to several abilities that allow for more effective tracking. Okay, so there's going to be class-like abilities, I assume. Movement speed is increased, as you would probably imagine, from wolf. Blood pools and scratch marks are more apparent. Built-in Bloodhound? Built-in Predator? Although Predator is actually a perk that makes it worse. The one that spawns scratch marks closer together so you just can't fucking see them. That's a perk that exists. Survivors leave a trail of scent orbs behind them. The Dark Lord can collect these scent orbs to charge a powerful pounce attack. Ooh, speaking of Demigorgon, that sounds like him. A pounce attack, because this thing can jump. I assume it's going to be a similar thing. As I say, I'm just basing this on pre-existing, I should say, killers. That's actually usually what they do. I'm not saying it to slag it off, it's literally what they do. It's a genuine observation, nobody seems to talk about it. The fact that they literally just recycle killers over and over again. But it does seem like that is very similar to Demogorgon. So we'll see. Bat form, while in bat form, the Dark Lord gains undetectable. Reading this first line, I know I'm going on about this sort of thing over up, but there might be 1 or 2 of you out there that sort of get this mental line of thought whenever I stop like this. I've closed my eyes because I don't want to read further. Undetectable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember the time when Dredge came out and we were introduced to the Nightfall mechanic, and during Nightfall the Dredge is undetectable, and you know, it's supposed to be this nightmarish kind of period of the game that rewards the Dredge for using his power, that kind of thing. And then you'd boot into the game with this very oppressive and horror-like power, only to find that the undetectable Dredge sounds like a fucking battleship, and if there's no actual physical objects blocking your physical line of sight to the Dredge, across the map, and I'm talking like literally across the map, so that like say for instance Shelter Woods, where there is certain instances where you can see between trees all the way to the back of the map, you could see the dredge better than you fucking could outside of Nightfall because he's painted white. That worries me because I have a feeling there's going to be something equivalent to that bullshit in bat form. There's going to be some sort of very loud noise or just something like that. Thank you, sir. There's going to be something like that that makes it so that people who don't have fucking eyes or ears will still be able to play against this without having to, you know, express any cognitive behaviour in the game, you know, that kind of thing. Because again, you know, well, not again in this video, I've mentioned it in previous videos, we are in Gen Z gaming these days. You know, the IQ's dipped a little bit, but, you know, we won't go too far into that. Additionally, he moves faster, ignores vault points, good, because he's flying, that's something that's been correctly considered, and can teleport to any vault points within 32 meters. That's a weird mechanic. Okay. Survivors become invisible. Here we go. Survivors become invisible, but scratch marks can be seen. Okay. Because we all know that, you know, speaking scientifically, bats use echolocation to see. They have very bad eyesight. But we all know that humans, in particular, vanish from the sight completely. They can't see us. We're a spirit to them, you know. But they can see the rest of the world. So that's... yeah, I don't know about that, but that strikes me as... it's not quite Wraith, is it? Wraith does get undetectable, but he's not invisible. That's similar to... that's Spirit, right? Is that not Spirit? You move faster, which Spirit does. You don't ignore vault points as Spirit, but, you know, that's a benefit of his power. You don't teleport. But they do become invisible. To Spirit when you're phasing. Scratch marks can still be seen. That's literally fucking Spirit again. So we've got a killer that's got 3 forms. That's essentially fucking, what is it? Pyramid Head, Demogorgon, and Spirit / Dredge to teleport to vault points. I'm not going to go too far into it, guys, but this is what I'm talking about when they say they recycle content. They need to do new things. Like, I can't speak on the basis of the character because obviously I've not watched the anime. I don't know what this guy's abilities are or what they do. But, you know, as I said at the beginning of this video, this is something I'm going to do. I am going to speak of things like this. I'm not just going to mindlessly fucking praise like everybody else does because I can't stand it. The level of low quality shit they get away with in this game, mate, when it's at the top of the genre really annoys me. Especially after the death of Evolve, that's significantly higher quality. And, you know, from my perspective, it's a bit more fun, but at the same time, I don't hate this game. I hate the fact that it could be a lot better than what it is, but it's basically top of the bar laziness, essentially, because they don't have to worry about any competition, you know. But as I say, getting back to Dracula himself, I don't know what he's like in the actual anime. I don't know what this guy does, what his abilities are, but they could have done so. I guarantee they probably could have done something other than just literally lumping 4 fucking killers together and making a power out of it, you know? But we'll see, you know, as I say, we'll get into the game with him and all that kind of thing and judge from there. Right, we'll look at the perks. Here goes. Power looks quite diverse. I am looking forward to using it, despite what I've just said. We'll see how it plays out in the game, obviously. But yeah, first perk. It's a Hex, so it's automatically useless. Hex Wretched Fate. You see your victim from afar and resolve to prolong their suffering. He sounds like a nice man, this guy. This is obviously the villain arc Drac in it. Like the actual full-on dickhead version, you know. After one generator has been repaired, a random dull totem becomes a Hex totem and curses the obsession. Right. Not going any further, that is probably the only correct way to do Hex Totems at the moment, from what I can see. One that doesn't actually pre-exist and doesn't spawn next to the fucking survivors at the beginning of the match. That's always a very nice thing. I think it's Face the Darkness from Night. It's the same thing where you... I think it's if you hook somebody, it lights a totem and then everybody else screams outside of your terror radius. Or it might be if you hit somebody and everybody except the person you've hit begins screaming. I don't know, it's something like that. It's used on Pig a lot because it makes Pig just completely broken because you can't actually take the traps off your head anymore. I don't know if that's been nerfed. But yeah. The Obsession suffers a 33% repair speed penalty. Careful, that's quite egregious. They also see this Hex Totem's aura within 12 meters. Oh, here we go again. Gen Z gaming. Fuck me. Oh, because we can't have anything hidden, can we? We just can't hide things, you know. When we don't even hide them anyway because we put them on fucking hills and next to hooks and generators. Fucking hell! And now you can see it within 12 meters. Just makes me laugh, mate. Silly little gamer. It's over there. It's next to it. It's on the other side of the gen you are working on. You can't use your ears because you can also hear totems. Oh, fucking hell. It's depressing from an industry standpoint that people need this level of like hand-holding and just they need it shown to them, you know, like answering the question or the equation for them, you know. Fucking hell. This effect persists until the Hex Totem is cleansed. Yeah, I assume you can relight it though, whenever a generator is repaired. Because if you can't, that's dog shit, honestly. Moving on. Thank God it's not a hex. Human greed. One can always rely on the avarice of the living. I've probably not said that right. Use it to one's advantage. You see the auras of unopened chests, and survivors' auras are revealed for 3 seconds when they enter an 8-meter range. Okay, chest UAVs. You gain the ability to kick chests to close them. Ooh, that's a new mechanic. See? There you go. We're going to recycle the gen kick animation though, or probably the totem kick animation though for kicking chests, so we're just going to stomp in front of the chest to close it. We couldn't animate somebody leaning down, or the equivalent of monsters, you know, putting an arm out to drag the chest closed, that kind of thing. No, we're going to stamp angrily next to it. Again, it's just who I am. You're going to have to get used to it if you're going to be watching my videos. This ability has a 60-second cooldown, okay, to close chests. Survivors unlock these chests 50% faster. Why would you ever do it then? Does this actually give them another item as well? Or can you use it to fake it? So you can, somebody can take an item and then you just close it and it's an empty chest that they have to waste time opening. Because that's obviously the better version here, but if they get another item out of it, you just don't want to use this perk, literally ever. Because it's literally a negative if they do get another item. 3 seconds of aura reading near chest is not valuable enough to keep giving them toolboxes and keys, quite honestly. Yeah. I don't know, maybe there's an incoming chest meta coming in. They keep trying to, like, push the chest meta, actually, because we had Lara, who had a chest perk, and then we had Elodie, and we also had Gabriel, who had a chest-related perk. It's been a bit recently, it's been getting a bit more prominent. But now they're trying to... They seem to, like, try to lump the killer in with it as well. But you basically need 4 gen defense perks, otherwise you just lose these days, so... Against decent teams, anyway. Anyway, dominance. The power you wield over the land strikes terror in the hearts of all who crossed your path. The first time each totem and each chest is interacted with by a survivor. Oh, here we go. Okay, that totem or chest is blocked by the entity for 8 seconds. Okay. The auras of blocked totems and chests are revealed to you in white. Okay. But Just do gens. This is only going to harm people that are role-playing or not doing the objective. Yeah, from what I see at the moment with this game, there's literally nothing there's no point of doing anything as the survivor other than gens. There's no incentive, there's no point, you know? Sure, there's extra BP, blood points, but most of the time you're just not going to be doing anything else, you're just doing gens. Unless you're in solo queue and your teammate just likes to sit in the basement and do fuck all because they're very weird people. I don't know. These two obviously have to be used together, I think. Otherwise... Because I can't think of anything that these two synergize with, off the top of my head anyway. Yeah. I don't know, his perks are very just, like, irrelevant, I think. They're trying to create some sort of chest meta, I think, with this. But it's not going to work because they won't address gen speeds and gen defense. How it slows games down massively in extreme instances, and how it also... gens can be done in fucking 3 minutes, which is games I was having. Because I was somebody who didn't run gen defense. Because I went through quite a spiteful era before I purged the videos from my channel of not running gen defense to show you like how fast it is. And I was getting about 2 or 3 hooks before all the gens were done. In decent chases as well. There weren't very many horrible chases. It was just way too fast without gen defense. But anyway, perks are a bit mid, I've got to say. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever run any of these, but we'll see what they look like in game. Anyway, we will check this man's Mori out, because we can actually look at that in the menu. What I will say, going into it, Moris are always quite nice. Whoever animates those is, you know, good at the job. And the lobby animations. So here is his Mori. Very sassy. I just wanted to do an initial run through and then, you know, one with a wee bit of commentary just to mention things. This is a wee bit too close for me. Pretty brutal the way he does slash that, and then... Okay, the cup doesn't appear to appear in this version. And it just vanishes when he throws it down. But yeah, it's quite nice. The animation in his hands a bit rigid though. When he pushes their hands away, it looks very weird, like a unnatural kind of look to it, but yeah, just little bits of details I notice, you know. First impressions though, very nice. I do think he looks quite nice. I'm a bit worried about how he's animated though in game. We've had 2 killers so far that just float. I assume this man's going to float because he was floating in that Mori, which is why I'm saying 2 killers, because I assume this guy is going to float. And I'm just going to say my piece, ladies and gentlemen, I do think this is fucking lazy, because floating killers, you don't have to animate. You can literally just put them in a pose and have them slide towards you, and I have a feeling that's what this looks like. It was a gripe that I had with Vecna. I know that killers from, well, these characters from their respective lores probably do float, but it just looks bad. At least to me, anyway. It looks very low quality and just very lazy. But yeah, as I say, it's just a little bit of a peeve, so to speak. We'll have a look at the survivor. Where is he? He's always at the top, isn't he? Trevor Belmont. Look at this guy. He's edgy, isn't he? He's going to produce some fan art. Scar over the eye. Is that from Dracula? As I say, I don't know anything about Castlevania, so not a clue, unfortunately. His model is very clean, though. I do like his model. Very detailed. Nice little glimmer on the old belt buckles there. Men wearing corsets is not something I was, well, it wasn't on my bingo card, anyway. Yeah. Right, let's have a look at the perks, eh? The following meta for the next 5 months. Eyes of Belmont. A history of vampire hunting imbues the bloodline with certain abilities. When a generator is completed, the aura of the killer is revealed to you for 3 seconds. Doesn't that already exist? Whenever a killer's aura is revealed for a specified amount of time, that time is increased by 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure this already exists, right? I'm sure there's a perk whenever a generator is completed, it reveals the killer, and I'm pretty sure it's for a substantially large amount of time as well. Is this 5 seconds as well? Because if it's 5 seconds, this is deceptively... it's a stupid description. Because it says whenever a killer's aura is revealed for a specified amount of time, 3 seconds, that time is increased by 2 seconds, 5 seconds. You know? I mean, I can see the standpoint that it's just completely gone out of my head. Fuck me. It reveals it for 3 seconds, and then the bottom part of this perk applies to every other killer or reading perk. Well, this is literally just... it's open-handed, I believe, on the duration, or is it the distance? Is open-handed distance? Right, that's distance, okay. Is there not a perk? I'm thinking a lethal pursuer, I think. On killer. There's a perk that extends the time or reading's done. But I'm pretty sure the top half of this perk is Dark Sense. No, Bitter Murmur's the killer one again. But I think that's Dark Sense. With 2 seconds of faster, 2 second increase on top of it, I think. Don't know. Exaltation. Fortune favours the bold, even in the darkest corners of existence. Stunning the killer with the pallet. Upgrade your held item rarity to the next tier, then recharges 25% of the item's maximum charges. Great. We're rewarding being a prick, basically, because people are just going to start trying to go for stuns now. So we're promoting toxicity with this, essentially. It's got a 30-second cooldown. 25% of charges is not massive though, so it might not even get run, thinking about it. But survivors have a lot more breathing room with perks they can run. Yeah. I don't know if 25% would be enough to justify this though, to be honest. Because I mean, you're not feasibly going to wait this out, so you're not going to try and stun it, get 25%, then wait 30 seconds and then try and stun them again for another 25%. Like, that's just not going to happen. Yeah, don't know. What would be an interesting mechanic though, ladies and gentlemen, but again, it doesn't exist in this game because they don't go the extra mile with this sort of thing, is if you actually did bring a purple one in, this perk would unlock an exclusive ultra rare version of the medkit, flashlight, toolbox, key, you know, or there's already one for the key, but the other three, because there isn't actually an ultra rare version of the medkits and the toolboxes and flashlights. So you could give them a special one of that, but no, it's not going to, is it? Because, you know, we don't have to put effort in because we're at the top of the genre. Moment of glory. A hero should always have the chance to make a comeback. This perk activates after you open or rummage through 2 chests. Okay, so you have to do 2 chests. That's the entry fee for this perk. When you become injured, do not give them speed creases or anything like that, please. I have closed my eyes. I don't want to fucking know if we get another speed up from being injured or any kind of perk that rewards being shit at the game. Please, behaviour, do not do it. We're going to restart the sentence. When you become injured, you also become broken. That doesn't fill me with joy either, because it means there's going to be some massive fucking effect. Automatically heal 1 health state after 60 seconds, then this perk deactivates. It's not bad. There is, you have to survive for 60 seconds after becoming injured. So there's at least something you have to do to get this perk off. and healing the rewards, the health state is your reward. It's not fucking, you know, release made for this that was literally just giving speed axe to shit people. Or whatever rendition of the latest perk was. I can't even remember what it was now. Something that was speeding things up. It was Hope and something else. Oh, was it Hope and made for this, I think, where you were literally uncatchable. It's fucking dumb. I nearly literally uninstalled the game when that meta was happening. Fucking terrible design. Well, that's fine from my perspective, because obviously I am a killer player, so I am thinking of playing against this. I don't think this is going to be too stressful, to be honest. Because you have to, if you survive the 60 seconds, that's your reward then. Fine. At least you have to do something to get the benefit of it. It's not just spoon-fed to you. But yeah. Well, to be completely honest, the perks don't seem that impactful overall. This is recycled content, I think. I do think this is just Dark Sense with 2 seconds increased. Although Dark Sense, I believe, is 5 seconds. This is literally Dark Sense. Hang on a minute, let me just settle this. I actually need to look at this because it is bothering me. I can only do it through here as well because the shop doesn't have normal perks here. Each time a generator is completed, Dark Sense activates. While Dark Sense is active, the killer entering a 24-meter radius around you. Okay. What was the one? It was a default perk. That's not going to do anything, is it? I can't remember what the perk was. There was a perk. There was one that reveals the killer whenever a gen's done. Can't remember what it was. Unless it was Dark Sense and they reworked it. But if it is Dark Sense and they reworked it and then just added it back into the game and said new content, that's fucking scummy as well, to be honest. That's break actions. I don't know, I think they've reworked it and then put it back in as this guy's perks. Yeah, we've had a lot now anyway. Right, we'll get into the game. We'll play against bots because I'm not having my first experience with this killer being ruined by fucking switches. So we will jump into bots. We'll have a look at his add-ons as well, actually, thinking about it while we do a first pass. I'll only have a quick glance, I'm not going to go through all of them. Customizations. Can you stop changing the fucking menus with every patch? Okay. Right, I did change this earlier on. It is my first look though, don't worry. It is actually my first look. I just put these on because I wanted to get it set up because I was trying to look for that perk. I was debating how I'm going to edit this and all that kind of thing. So the two that did stand out for me were these though, because when the exit gates are opened, pillars of hellfire continuously spawn within the exit gates. So this is quite impactful on paper by appearance. And then there's also Cube of Zoe, if that's how you pronounce it, which is when a generator is completed, it creates pillars of fire around the Dark Lord for 10 seconds, which seems hilarious, and I assume is probably going to get nerfed on release because killers can't have power in this game. Again, you know, I'm just, you know, you'll see what I'm talking about when I show you Evolve. And we're also obviously just going to run a Mori. I don't think, actually thinking about it, I didn't think about that. There's no map, is there? Or is there a map? Because I saw a castle in the trailer. No. Wow, okay. Maybe it's something to do with the IP then, or... Because if it isn't, we just couldn't be arsed making a map then. Dude, you could have done something so good with like the interior of a castle, like a fully interior map. I know we've only just done like Dungeons and Dragons with the dungeon, but it's only a small part of the map. Just have that, but an entire map. For fuck's sake. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's is coming to this game, mate, and if they don't add the pizzeria into that game, mate, World War III is going to break out, I think, and it won't be from me. Because I can envision people being pissed off about this. to be honest, of them not putting a map. I mean, there's plenty of other games that just... Right, shut up, it's fine. There's plenty of other games that just release maps, you know, alongside new content and consistently do so. I don't know what the excuse here is, but here we go. Let's go. We will see what he's like, eh? Stromo. Right, we're going to be very observant. Intro animation's quite nice. Oh, that's not nice though. There's a bit of clipping going on there. I'm quite nerdgasmy, so you'll have to forgive that when it comes to animations and things like that. Right, there's one. Okay. I do want to hear what his chase music sounds like. Did she go in there? Yeah, she did. Wow, scratch marks are on point. Dude, what are these scratch marks? Guess I can charge. Can I go over that? Ooh. Okay. Quite good. We shapeshift. Let's go to the wolf because I'm quite keen to see this. Okay. Right. Ooh, there's no wolf break animation. Fireworks going off on the... Wow, okay, that's the add-on. That's quite nice. Dude, this wolf's animations are fucking horrible. Gotta say. Why am I running when I'm not... I'm slower than somebody who's like... Seriously? Shit, what does charge pounds do? Ooh, it breaks pallets, okay. Sure. I can pick up as a wolf. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, okay. Stretch the skeletal structure of a wolf to a man's. This man just made a sound of disgust. Let's have a look at the body. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's quite nice. Quite nicely animated. Oh shit, yeah, I'm invisible. How do I turn it off? How do I actually get out of this? Vampire farm, okay. It was a bit clunky that, to be honest. I would just press a button because I can't attack as that thing. I don't fucking think so, lad. That feels quite nice. Try the wolf again. I want to see if we can get one of these charges off. I will do now because he's just being a behaviour bot. That looks so stupid, dude, I've got to say it. I can't, like... I mean, maybe it appears in the anime. I don't want to, you know, piss off Castlevania people, but, you know, it looks really weird. There's no hook in the ship, so if he gets off here, I didn't actually have an hook there. Okay.
I have waited for this moment.
Voice acting's nice, as always. Can't go wrong with voice actors. Can hit down there. Why did this... No. I just headbutted the wall. Is it, please tell me it has a vault animation. Hey, see, that looks quite nice. That actually looks quite nice. Thank God you're stupid. You're never going to catch anybody with this fucking move speed, mate. Against actual people, I can see that now. Didn't it say move speed increased? I feel slower.
Don't be over dramatic.
I like his voice, man. I do wish, like, they would add more killers that do take the piss out of survivors. Like, verbally. It's always funny to me. That would actually reach, but it does have a bit of a delay on it. Nice flame effects. Animation's very reminiscent of Nurse. Look at this dude. It's the same speed. I'm gaining slightly. But he's gonna get the pallet now. That's so bad. Just go back to Vampire, mate. I don't know why you'd ever use that, to be honest. Okay. I like his swipe animation, that's quite impactful. Oh, for fuck's sake. I know, here I go again. I didn't notice it the first time, or the first two times. We've just recycled Xenomorph's carry animation. Fucking hell. I mean, I don't expect license holders to get beat up about this and this kind of thing, but as a consumer, I will say, in that sort of sphere, so to speak, it looks bad to me, you know, that they've done that to your character, where they've just basically recycled an animation from another IP onto, you know, your character. I don't know if they see that as like a bad thing. There's a massive delay on using that, I just realised. Oh shit, there's a cooldown. I didn't see that. Okay. I was gonna say I could probably use it over that. That's literally Xenomorph's animation, mate. A human character has the same pickup animation as a fucking alien.
Try not to bleed out too quickly.
I love his voice acting though, his voice acting is really good. I wonder if they've actually got the guy from the show. He sounds like Malik from Dark Deception, the demon in that. I don't know if it's the same guy. I'm playing this like it's people. Yeah. But yeah, they did a similar thing as well with Demogorgon, where, or the artist I should say, where they used the Demogorgon's carry animations for a fucking woman. You know? He's so lazy. Crouching Ash. I've not got any Moris ready yet. Animation appears to be a little bit misaligned as well. This will all be relevant soon, ladies and gentlemen. All of this, you know, negative commentary, so to speak. Yeah, I was expecting it to go up there. When I show you Evolve. Yes. Yeah, I might be able to get him with the wolf now. Fucking hell. There you go. Can you wait a little bit more for me, mate? I'm literally nailed to the floor. Oh, he's got adrenaline. Fucking hell. A bot has adrenaline. Right, them two are over there. Chigan, I was trying to keep an eye on them going to the door. I kind of want to see. Now, fuck me. You know, it's all the other content creators I could have Mori'd as well. Just realised everybody's going to be like, "Oh, that's funny. That's funny, guys." That's quite funny. That is actually quite funny. Go on, lad. What for it? Misplaced that moment there, because obviously that was actually funny. But people in that situation would have literally been like, "Oh, that's funny," you know. "Oh, you know, this is something you spend money on." I can't even Mori him. I guess we saw the Mori in the lobby though anyway. There you go. Gameplay wise, I do think he's quite fun though. I do think that is quite fun. Ooh. Hey, that might look quite good. He sends bats into it. That's creative. This is so badly animated though. This is really bad. I'm running like at walking pace. The bat's nicely animated, but the wolf is just terrible. And there you go. He's floating, isn't he? Fucking hell. Like I say, again, he could float in the anime. He could be a floater, you know. But I would prefer a walking animation for him. You can convey. There's so many different ways and so many more ways you can convey a character's personality in a walking animation than a fucking flying one like this. Like, obviously, yeah, there's the hand in front of him like that because he's like, you know, up his own ass and that kind of thing. That's what these characters are like. Vampires are generally high opinionated, you know, and all that kind of thing. But there's so much more you can do when the feet are on the floor, you know. And it's very bad in this game because it's poorly fucking animated. There's a lot of killers in this game. Skull Merchant, let's have a look at her, you know. Skull Merchant has a walking animation and she moves faster than the wolf does that you've just seen in this game. Yeah, she slides, and I mean visibly slides along the floor, mate. You know, it's very low quality. So, without further ado, I'm just going to show you, ladies and gentlemen, animation quality that I come from. That I come from when I talk about the game in this kind of way, and why I'm so disappointed with this game. But at the same time as well, this game could be better because it could be better animated. You know, they could put effort into things, and they would garner a bigger audience as a result, even bigger than what they have now, because people would consistently come back to the game. People would enjoy the game even more so, because everybody loves good animations. You know, it's always something that's spoke about around the new releases of games. You know, oh, look at all these animations and all this really cool shit that characters can do. Every character in this game has one fucking attack animation, you know, thereabouts. So, go into it with an open mind. This game is dead, I will preface this by saying it, because it was released at a time where microtransactions were the work of the devil, and, you know, we didn't like having to spend money on our content, which is the general consensus of why this game was cancelled. There was a lot of YouTubers that were just fucking shills and wanted everything for free, and they all sort of created this big massive bandwagon and narrative around it to cancel the game, and as a result we did lose something genuinely good. But, you know, it was good for the views and it was good for the clout at the time. We got our money's worth, you know. But here we go. I'm going to show it to you. Roll the tape. So as you can probably see, you know, again, keep an open mind. You know, just look at it for what it is. You know, this game, that game Evolve, it came out a year before this one did. It's older than this game, and it still looks like it could have been released today, and it still looks like it makes this game look bad in comparison, mate, in terms of finesse and the attention to detail in the monsters in that game. Each monster has numerous different attack animations. They grab hunters when they down them in their own ways. Each monster does this, you know, and there's actually a grab animation specific to the fucking arm that's closest to that hunter when you hit them. So they can grab in the left arm or they can grab in the right arm, and it's different on each side. It's slight differences, you know. It's absolutely insane that that game is dead. But I'm not sitting here and saying this should be dead and Evolve should be alive, that kind of thing. That's not what I'm saying. I've never been saying that. But what I have been saying, and I won't go back on this, is the fact that this game is significantly lower quality compared to Evolve. Evolve just doesn't have as much content in it because it didn't get the chance it deserved to actually thrive like this game did. You know, this game's got a popularity now that's going to keep it alive for fucking years to come, you know. But as I say, like, if you put the two games together, I'm not going to fucking sit here, mate, and say that this game looks better than Evolve. Because as far as I'm concerned, mate, it does not. Not by a fucking long shot, you know. So when I go on these tirades about attention to detail and how the animations are shit and all that kind of thing, that's the game I came from. You know, that's the game I lost. I used to play that back in the day when it was still alive. I was quite a dedicated player to that game. I was actually, well, it was top 10 in the world on Goliath, which was the first monster you saw. I was on the leaderboards for it, so I have claims to fame in that region of the gaming sphere, you know, that's now dead and doesn't mean anything anymore, but it is what it is. That aside, that's what I'm talking about. That's where I'm coming from. That's why I have this kind of spite for this game. Because it's alive, but Evolve isn't, you know. But at the same time, as I've just said, again, there's no reason why both of these games could not be alive and thriving, you know, in my mind. I would love both of these games to be at the top of the market together, you know. I don't care. I don't want this game to die, which is obviously the impression that I gave off in Series 1, as we will call it on the channel, of Dead by Daylight content that's been nuked to the ether. Because I've just been cringing quite a lot because people keep commenting on it about, you know, just not even like maliciously about how I'm ranting all the time, just genuine comments saying, oh, good video, dude. And then I go back and have a look at what video it is and I'm just fucking sat there cringing at myself. There was a few people who did think it was funny, as obviously the Rage Gamer is a category of content creation. But, you know, being consistently pissed off is funny in certain doses, but when you start doing it daily, it does get quite tiring. And, you know, the same videos over and over, basically. But we'll just squeeze it in here as well, ladies and gentlemen, because a big part of some of my enjoyment for this game is the music, because the music team for this game, or the music person, because I think it's one guy who composes the soundtrack for this game, could be wrong there. If I'm wrong, sorry to the rest of you. But you'd never let me down, basically, from my standpoint anyway. The music in this game is just phenomenal. The chase themes are one of the big portions of things that I look forward to with the new releases, because I use it for a lot of creativity in the background of my own characters and that kind of thing on other regions of the internet that won't make it to YouTube for reasons. So we're going to give the Terror Radius a listen here. I hope I don't get demonetized. Sorry, that's me leaning back because a big dragon-sized moth is in my face. Yeah, sorry, it's gone. We're going to have a look at the chase music. I'm actually sat in the dark at the moment, so that's thematic. This moth is very interested in the light from my screen. Stop it, you're making a YouTube video. Right, we're going to give the music a listen. So, here we go. So we're just going to listen to the chase music off YouTube. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this because it's literally part of the game. I will be pissed off if I do. Please stop stomping out internet creativity, for fuck's sake. Here we go, let's listen to the theme. And obviously I didn't get to hear this because I was playing as him. This is layer 1. I do like the choir in the background. So that's layer 1. I do think that's quite nice. It's very orchestral and all that kind of thing, but again, it would have been very nice if we actually had a castle map, because then it would actually fit the atmosphere. But the organ at the beginning and, well, throughout, and the choir that's about 10 seconds in, I believe. Yeah. Sort of rising, it's very ominous. We'll go to layer 2, so this is 16 meters. Wow, that's a big step up. I've got to say, I love this, dude. I actually do love this. This is the best part for me, the build up to the chase theme in the thing. There's something about my brain that just loves like ramping and escalating music as something gets closer. But that jump is quite extreme from the choir to the second one. Kind of fits, but it is a bit jarring. But that constant like hammering on the piano, that's really cool. It's uneven as well, which is really cool. There's a little subtle rise, there you go. You can hear the loop there though, that's... Yeah, you can really hear the loop because that's halfway through as well. On the this video. Yeah, you can hear the loop there. I don't know if you're that, like, if you can hear it yourself, as obviously if you listen to this, if you're that nerdy with music, but I can definitely hear the loop there. The way you can hear it, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, is you can hear the choir in the background and then the choir suddenly vanishes. Listen. You hear it? It just vanishes immediately, and then it starts again. I really like the piano though. The pianos are very nice. We'll go up to stage 3. That's quite nice because it gets replaced. Kind of gets replaced by a slower piano. It is very foreboding though. It has that sort of pitch, the rising and falling pitch, which is very like, it's good for tension. And then obviously we have chase. Oh, hang on a minute. Whoa. Sorry, I cut that short there. There's a violin as well, or something. Not going to pretend to know what instrument that is, but it is definitely something. You can hear it in the background. But yeah, then you go up to chase. Again, you've got that rising and then falls back again. I believe Dredge has that similar kind of sound to it, where it rises and keeps... Dredge's is a bit more deceptive in its rise, because it sounds like it's consistently rising but never actually goes anywhere. Oh, that's a bit clipper. That sounds really uneven. I mean, it could be intentional, but that sounds really... It literally sounds like whoever's made this music has copy and pasted something and forgot it was in there. In, like, fucking FL Studio or something. Nah, I don't know about that. I didn't hear that in game. That sounds quite bad, to be honest, I think. It's only that bit, though. The sound of it itself's nice. But that rise... them 3 beats sound like they shouldn't be there. Because then it goes back to the normal again. Don't know about that. Oh, it's a nice chase theme, though. I think my favourite phase is layer 2. Usually it is around layer 2 that I like the most. For this one. That's so good. It's got a little bit of a Halloween style whistle to it in the background, one of the classic Halloween spooky sounds to it. You can hear it very briefly at the beginning. It's very subtle there. But it is there, you can hear it in the background. But yeah, overall I think the theme's really good. Like, it's very nice at the beginning. The chase theme's a bit clippy, obviously, with that bit that's just... It just doesn't sound like it should be there, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, there you go. Layer 2 is my favourite. He doesn't beat my favourite though, my absolute favourite one, which is obviously, it has to go to Singularity, which might be a bit questionable to some people, but I only like his, that is actually Science. Hold on 1 minute. The first phase, this one, just to divert here, this is fucking phenomenal. This was the reason I mained this killer for like 8 months after his release. That distant sort of like, almost like corporate kind of like jingle of, you know, this company that's made this robot, but laced in like a kind of eerie kind of faulty sound to it is fucking amazing. He's so good. This it's what I consider the best layer 1 in the game, easily for me, in my opinion. That's so good, and then it sort of gets ruined though when you go to phase 2. But anyway, we're here for Castlevania. Overall, yeah, I think his theme's very nice. Obviously, it does match a vampire motif with the organs and the pianos and all that kind of thing. It's obviously very vampire orchestrated, you know. But yeah, very nice theme. But anyway, verdict on Castlevania. I do think this guy's good. I do like this guy. I'm disappointed with his animations, his in-game animations. I am going to say that, and I'm probably going to keep saying that for Killers. I'm probably going to be saying that, ladies and gentlemen, when I make the FNAF video 8 months from now, when we get Springtrap. Because it's very obviously going to be Springtrap. It probably has to be Springtrap, because there's going to be a fucking tidal wave of very angry, questionably aged people if it isn't the perfect FNAF chapter based on, you know, what we've been through trying to get it into the game and all that kind of thing. There's already the rumour that's going about that if it's just cosmetics, everybody's going to absolutely boycott the game to shit. But, as I say, I myself would prefer Ennard as the killer, you know? The lesser known Springtrap. I'm pretending to know what I'm talking about with FNAF. I don't have a fucking clue, mate. I don't play the games, I don't watch the movies, the books. Apparently there's a manga about it. But I'm not clued in that regard. Anyway, this is Castlevania. It is nice to have a character from an anime in it though as well. I will say that it is quite nice to have an anime character because it opens doors. Because there is a lot of interesting characters in anime that they can make decent 3D representations out of, I do think. And obviously this guy has made it into the game, so yeah, I will leave it there. That is my thoughts. Everything to do with what I think, and also relevance to my past as to why my content is like this with this guy. As we start a new era, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to be doing daily videos with this game yet, I haven't decided. There might be one or two people who are happy to see me play this again out here that come to my channel, because I know there was a few people who did come here for me DVD stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to promise anything to those people specifically. If you want to see things, I have to say this because it's paramount. My videos don't get a lot of comments and all that kind of thing, and it's not me begging for attention when I say this, but it's me speaking factually and just genuinely. If you want to see me carry on playing something, do say so. Comment, say it, you know, because I can't read your mind, you know. I'm being very candid and genuine here, me to you in the video, you know, behind the screen. You need to just say it, because otherwise I don't know. I genuinely don't know what people want, you know. Obviously I know with Evolve stuff because that's my channel identity. Everything else, if it doesn't get comments, I don't know, you know. But anyway, as I say, boom, there it is. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a bit of a critical gameplay video, but you know, I'm hoping there's some people out there that see it as a bit more refreshing, to be honest, because I know I would if I was viewing it myself from the outside in, because I am just tired, mate, of people praising very low quality animation and very lazy tactics of recycling content, because there is recycled content here. This guy is literally 4 killers combined. And, you know, it might seem great when you say that, but it leaves creativity in the dust, you know. Because as I say, I don't know anything about his power and all that kind of thing, so what he's like in the anime, in the source material. So, I don't know if it'd be too much of a stretch to imagine that they could have done something a bit more unique for him, to be honest, but there you go. That's this game. I'm going to end it. We're rambling. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you for the next one, eh? Bye.